Namaste and a very good morning to all of you. I welcome you to my channel, The Outlier. My name is Mithun, and in today's video, I'll be talking about how to construct a scatter plot using STATCRAFT. But even before I proceed with the demonstration, may I request you to like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon. As you can see in the screen, I've got four variables. The first variable is the state variable. Second variable is district. And the third variable is the distribution of the total male teaching staff in the different colleges. The last variable that I have is the distribution of the total female teaching staff. Each record here corresponds to a particular college in a state. If you look at the first record, there is a college which is located in the Rajkot district of Gujarat. In this particular college, we have 65 male teachers, and then we have 44 female teachers. Now, what is it that we can do with this particular data? We can study the scatter plot of the distribution of the two scale variables, namely total male teaching staff versus the total female teaching staff. What is the benefit of using a scatter plot? There are three benefits of using a scatter plot. One is it helps us check the distribution of one variable with respect to another variable. Secondly, we can also examine whether there is a linear relationship or a non-linear relationship between the two variables. And thirdly, a scatter plot is used to check a two-dimensional outlier. So with this background, how do we go ahead and construct a scatter plot using STATCRAFT? To construct a scatter plot, let me first click on the Analysis tab. And as you can see here, the moment I click on the Analysis tab, STATCRAFT displays the different options that are present within the Analysis tab. There are two types of graphics. One is your normal graphics, and the second one is what is called as advanced graphics. Let me click on the drop-down menu. The moment I click on the drop-down menu, what do you see? Under advanced graphics, you have a panel which displays three different types of graphs: bar plot, scatter plot, and histogram. I will choose the second item, namely scatter plot. Once I click on the scatter plot, what you will be able to see is you will be able to see all the variables in the data set which are displayed in the left-hand side. Let me firstly refresh some of the options that are present here. In the canvas on the left-hand side, you will be able to see all the variables. I have to specify a variable along the x-axis and another variable along the y-axis. Along the x-axis, what I will do is choose the variable total male teaching staff. So let me click on this select button. You can see here total male teaching staff appears under the x variable. I have to specify a variable along the y-axis. This will be total female teaching staff. You also have another field which is called as overlay. Let me change this to the facet field. Now, under the facet option, what I'll do is I will specify the state. Now, you may ask me, why am I specifying state under facet? The reason why I want to specify state variable as the facet is because by specifying state as the facet, I will be getting different scatter plots, one for each state. If there are 6 states in the data set, I will be getting 6 different scatter plots, one scatter plot for each of the states, showing me the distribution of the total male teaching staff versus the total female teaching staff. Once you have specified the x-axis, y-axis, and have specified the facet variable, you can go on to the options tab. You have a lot of options here. Under the smoothing method, what I will choose is LM method. I will not be making any changes as far as the other tabs are concerned. Let me click on OK. STATCRAFT takes a couple of seconds to run the analysis. And you can see here in the output window, STATCRAFT displays the R code that it has used at the back end to run the scatter plot. The idea is you can take out this R code, copy paste this in R Studio or any other interface of R. And once you're able to copy paste this code, you can execute and replicate the same analysis. Let me scroll down. When I scroll down, you can see here the distribution of the male teaching staff as well as the female teaching staff for the 6 states here. Now it's a lot easier to interpret this particular graph in the PowerPoint. So what I've done is I have copied and pasted this in the PowerPoint. Let me show the same result in PowerPoint. You can see here, we can check the scatter plot. We have 6 different scatter plots corresponding to each state. The first scatter plot is for Assam, second scatter plot is for Gujarat, and the third scatter plot is for Jammu and Kashmir. The fourth scatter plot is for Kerala, fifth one for Madhya Pradesh, and the last scatter plot is for the state of West Bengal. In the y-axis, we have female teaching staff, and in the x-axis, we have the total male teaching staff. Now, what is my first impression when I look at the distribution of the male teaching staff and the female teaching staff? It's hard to spot a nonlinear relationship in the distribution between the 2 variables. What is very interesting is that in the state of Assam, you have a couple of data points here indicating that there are outliers when you check for the distribution between these 2 variables. And one very, very interesting thing here is about the state of Kerala. What do we see about Kerala? In the state of Kerala, we observe that there is more female teaching staff as compared to the male teaching staff. So this is how, using a scatter plot, we can check whether there is a linear relationship or a non-linear relationship. We can examine for the presence of outliers. And thirdly, we can check at an overall level, how is one variable varying with respect to another. With this, I have come to the end of today's presentation. In case you have liked this particular video, I request you to subscribe to my channel and hit the like button. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Have a great day.